step inside a 1956 Bel Air with Frank Chavez.
We end up at a park, cook food, my grandkids are running around.
And you've stepped back in time, like Marilyn or Buddy Holly could be in the back seat with you. And that's the whole point, he says. It's a time machine and a sideshow all in one.
It's like being in a large fishbowl. Okay, everybody's looking in to see how cool that is or what kind of car you're driving and constantly looking.
For Chavez, the drive back in time is something spiritual. His dad, a state trooper, died when he was just 9 years old. A car club, quite truly, saved his young life. As a kid, he walked past a restoration shop and he made his ultimate goal to own one of his own someday. So 25 years working for the public school system, and here he is.
Before he even entered the haunted house, David made sure to get a scare in. There was plenty more to see after that, both dead and alive. At parts, you feel like you're in a maze, unsure where you're supposed to go.
Oh my God, it's gonna move.
The suspense is almost the worst part. Every turn, someone could be lurking around the corner. For 40 minutes, you're in a world made of nightmares. And whether you're afraid or not, if you don't pay attention, someone will make sure to catch you by surprise.
Kenny Hinkes, the developer of the Carlisle, is grateful. Construction is going without a hitch, and it's moving fast.
The first 2x4 arrived here the third week in July.
Since then, it's taken about 3 months for Hinkes and his crew of hundreds to build the bulk of the luxury condominium again. It's a big comeback considering that the nearly complete condo was torched and destroyed last year just before Thanksgiving.
For a week in November 2016, Hickman terrorized the city of Albuquerque, setting 9 total fires, burning a nearly completed luxury condo complex to the ground in Nob Hill. The FBI raided Hickman's home in Barelas and found guns, the explosive, tannerite, kerosene, firecrackers, propane tanks, and an assembled explosive device, but no motive. Hickman never explains his crimes.
Patrick Malone is an investigative reporter for the Center for Public Integrity in D.C. His year-long investigation into Lanol's safety record now has political leaders worried from New Mexico to the nation's capital. Among the findings, a time in 2011 when lab employees could have been killed.
A couple of workers wanted to take pictures of some plutonium rods they had cast. They ignored all the warnings, crammed these things in very closely together, and nearly set off a nuclear chain reaction by accident. It would have been lethal for them and likely anyone else in the room.
At this Easter egg hunt, you find the eggs by following that sound. For 3-year-old Drew, who's visually impaired, this was the first time he's been able to experience an Easter egg hunt where he listens for the eggs.
Finding them in a traditional park setting where they're hidden and maybe camouflaged is really hard for him. So using the beeping sound makes it very easy for him to locate them and gives him that sense of success.
It's a tale being told more and more in the 21st century, a love story that begins online.
Oh, he posted this video of him and his friend dancing at Walmart. It was like during Halloween time to like some little skeleton dancing. Thought he was really cute, so I hit him up.
For Janice and Jose Oaxaca, it's a story full of challenges.
You know, she lived on the other side of town, way in Rio Rancho, while I lived in Albuquerque.
But nothing could stop them from making it work. Not the distance, not even a broken car.
So I used to take the Chorus bus all the way to Cibola and then skate up the hill.
He broke his skateboard one time coming to see me, and then we had to go pick him up, so poor thing, I felt bad. He rolled down the hill.
With this ring?
A day of celebration for this new family, but one that comes as storm clouds gather over a national debate.
I'm actually here on a DACA.
Jose is a dreamer, brought into the U.S. when he was only 1 year old. He is now working to become an accountant.
Not a lot of people have to deal with what we're dealing with at a young age. I just turned 20 on the 8th, so I'm like, even getting married at 20 I thought was pretty cutting in close, but You know, I love him enough.
For Jose, America is not just home, it's where he met the love of his life.
I'm totally willing to even give just my life to him for him to stay here.
But in the end, they know marriage is not about finding someone to solve life's problems. It's about facing those problems together with the person you love.